Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Movie Social. We're your hosts, Ricky and Steph.
What up, what up, what up?
And today on Movie Social, we're going to be doing a spoiler review for the complete series review of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. And yeah, 10 episodes long, 30 minutes each, roughly. And so before we get into that review, if you like what we're doing on this channel with these reviews, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the channel video with your family and friends. Alright, sir. Game Changers. As a whole, it was good. Pretty good. Stuck to the original movies a little bit. Even had guest appearances from some of the original Ducks, which is entertaining and good. I like that.
That nostalgia feeling, for sure.
Only thing that kind of made me mad was the final episode. When it got down to the state championship final match between the current Mighty Ducks and the Don't Bothers, who were, in a way, the Mighty Ducks from the old, in a way. And then the Don't Bothers forfeit due to one player being hurt. I get that, where they try to show that teams shouldn't punish the one player and try to force that player to play, just because without that player they would be out of the amount of players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm personally like this: why not just have the players sit on the bench the whole game, and you just play without that player for the championship?
So I get where you're coming from as a like, oh, okay, like how they do in actual, like they did the NBA this season.
Yeah, you keep her as an active player so you qualify, but you don't play her at all.
Yeah. It may be different for kids sports. I don't know. I'm not sure.
She don't have to play. They don't. It's not a mandatory that every player.
That every kid plays.
She just had to be as an active player in the event that she needed to go in. She had to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Which I doubt she needed to go in.
I mean, maybe they felt as though they couldn't win without one of their best players. Didn't
they do the same thing either way afterwards, where it didn't really fully matter?
True, that is absolutely true.
That's what made me mad about it.
I get
so at the end, you still played the Ducks. This time it was just for bragging rights and for the name.
So truth be told, I honestly thought they was going to do it that way. I thought they were going to just have her active and not play.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
That's what I thought.
Common sense would have said to do that.
But they decided against it. Now, maybe they did that
just so they can get the name and rights.
And then season. Hopefully, if they get greenlit for season 2, actually do something. Or maybe the season 2, the two teams may combine and they may go like to the Olympics and stuff, the Junior Olympics and stuff like they did the other one.
I hope they don't, because then that's just following the footsteps of the movie.
I mean,
I'd rather not take the same exact steps as the movie be on, because it is Game Changer. So let's change this game up a bit.
So where else do you think they can go from here then?
I mean, season 2, let's see how it progresses, because now they have the Ducks name. So what does that mean for the old Ducks? Things like that. Mm-hmm. What happens for them? Do they stay together as a team? Do they fall apart? Do some of the other players come and join that team? Stuff like that. Because you can see at the end, the players started having an issue too with how he wanted them to be attacking and cheating and all that.
Yeah. They kind of question that.
And you see he stormed off after the name was given up either way.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. I can give you my who is your favorite character on the Don't Bothers? Or who is your favorite player?
It would have been, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but it would have been the girl.
Even that came from the Ducks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even with the injury and all.
You have a reason why?
It was just her mentality and the fact that she overcame her parents, because I hate parents like that want to force their child at a very young age. I understand that they do need direction and certain stuff to succeed in life, but at the same time, that builds these kind of people that we have now in offices and all that. That's the problem with society right now, because you think just because you went and was forced to go this path, everybody's supposed to do that type of stuff. No, everybody should be able to have their own path, find it their own way. Yes, guide them some way, but ultimately when the kid goes up and becomes an adult, they have to make the decisions themselves.
True.
Don't put too much pressure on the child. Let them have their youth, or you might see more people like Michael Jackson out here.
So mine is a tie. I'm sorry. Mine is what was his name? Goober?
Mm-hmm.
The goalie.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I liked him is because it was basically your typical loner coming out of his shell type thing, who actually has a ton of hidden talents. Mm-hmm. I mean, at the game, I was like, "Yo, who is singing like that?" And then they pan down and it's him singing. I'm like, "Bruh, he is killing it." Got a little bit of soul in him because after the song ended, he kept going, which was hilarious.
Yeah, it was good that his parents finally showed up.
And then you have I can't remember his name. I do apologize, but the kid who was the main character's best friend, or they turned to be best friends. He was doing the podcast. He was just downright hilarious.
I mean, yeah,
he was just downright hilarious. And then he finds out that the girl he was doing the podcast with actually liked him, and they started dating, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, those would be my two favorite characters, and I enjoyed it. It definitely brought that nostalgia back out.
I mean, it was good. I just didn't like the final episode. I just didn't like the way they ended it. It kind of felt like out of place compared to the rest of the season, to me.
I understand where you're going. With that nuance of, hey, listen, just have her active and just don't play her. That could have worked. Except maybe the writers have a reason for it. Maybe they see it as a way to say, hey, listen, they reached the highest that they could. They didn't win a state championship, so officially, so let's go have them go for it next season, and if it's greenlit or whatever, who knows? Right. But I enjoyed it, and I say personally that if a season 2 was greenlit, I would watch it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just like how in what was that, D2, where the best player on the team got hurt after being forced to go from one team to the other. He got hurt, couldn't play, and they had Keenan come in
with his wrist. Yeah, his wrist got, because the guy that was dirty and hit his wrist.
And then Keenan came in,
and then how he became a player coach for the time being.
Yeah. Well, no, he wasn't the player coach.
The reason why he still was technically a player coach?
He wasn't the coach. That was the other kid later on in the show. I mean, in the movies. The other one, the main character, eventually became the player coach. He didn't play.
Oh, yeah.
At the end, because he came back from the injury.
Yeah.
But the roster was full, so they switched it that way.
But yeah, I get it. Yeah, they could have.
I mean, that's how they basically tried to play it in a way, and then just went whole left field on that. But what do you guys think? Let us know about your comments on the season final and on the full series in the comments below. And until next time.